A poor village boy had a dream. He wanted to become a doctor and serve in his village. For this, he worked day and night. Every morning, right after his family's goats finished eating, he would take a handful of grass, chew it thoroughly, and then swallow it. This was his idea of brushing his teeth. He did this so that he could one day get into a good school in the city, become a doctor, and return to his village. The boy studied hard, got good marks, and got into a decent school. But after a few days, he started failing in most of his exams. One day, the boy's mother came to visit him. She found him sitting sadly by the window. "Why aren't you studying?" she asked. "I don't feel like it," said the boy. "You have to study if you want to become a doctor," said his mother. But he didn't listen to her. He kept failing until he repeated a class. His mother was heartbroken. She thought, "What's the point of sending him to school now? It's better that he helps me with household work than to be a school dropout who can't even become a coolie." From that day on, the boy helped his mother with household work. He used to make baskets out of dried reeds. One day while working, he saw an ant carrying a crumb many times its size. It struggled and finally fell down. Seeing this, the boy felt terrible about himself. Here was an ant that was trying to do something great, but he himself had given up. That night, he made a decision. He went back to school and started studying with all his might. Finally, he passed all his exams and became a doctor. After finishing his education, he returned to his village. There was a small clinic there, and the village chief offered him to work there. But soon, Dr. C realized that there weren't many patients visiting the clinic, so he decided to go door to door. As he was going from house to house, he saw people suffering from different problems. He treated them all without charging money. Soon, everyone in the village started coming to him, not only for their physical health, but also for their mental well-being. Within a few years, Dr. C became one of the most respected persons in the village. One day, a big hospital in the city invited Dr. C to come and work with them. They offered him a huge salary and a luxurious house. But Dr. C couldn't believe that after all his struggle, he would leave his village and work for a big hospital. No, he had found his place. Once when he was treating a patient, a nurse came to him and said, "Sir, you are such a nice doctor, but why don't you work in a big hospital? You are wasting your talent here." Dr. smiled and said, "This is my place. I may not be a very skilled doctor, but I know I can make a difference here." Friends, this story teaches us that sometimes failure redirects you to where you belong. Failing in the competitive exam was a failure for the boy, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise because it redirected him to where he belonged. Maybe becoming a doctor wasn't his real dream. Maybe his real passion was to serve his people as a village doctor. Sometimes we don't know what's best for us. We think a particular path will lead to happiness, but in reality, there are a lot of things we don't know. If you fail, don't be sad. Instead, try to find out what is it that you really want to do. Because sometimes failure redirects you to where you belong. Now, little friends, I have a question for you. What is that one thing that you want to do very much? Why do you want to do it? And how will you achieve it? Spend some time thinking about these questions, and then share your answers with your friends and family.